Hey, you fuckers, welcome to my channel. All right. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. This is a Twin Flames reading for the week of July 21st. Messages from the Divine Feminine. Oh, it's messages from the Divine Feminine. La 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 la. Oh, we're so feminine. We're so feminine with these super hairy arms. You know, I think I need to shave them. My beloved, dear twin flame, likes these super hairy arms, and I think I'm just gonna have to tell her, you know, you're just gonna have to suck an egg. Go suck an egg, because I don't like it. It's 100 degrees outside on the average here in Colorado. Okay, fine, 95. I'm not going around with these bare arms. I'm Divine Feminine. This shit's got to go, man. This shit's got to go. I need to get out the old beard trimmer, put it on a #1 setting. You know, just kind of hack them back. You know, I'm not going to shave them bald, but it's going to be like a lawnmower. You know, just fucking hack that shit back. Jack. Hack that shit back, Jack. So, Divine Feminine, how are you enjoying the 948 different retrogrades that are taking place right now? I gotta tell you, I'm loving it. I really am loving it. I totally am. I just bought my ticket to Space Fest. See how there's like space on these cards? Isn't that lovely? I just bought my ticket to Space Fest, and I had to save up for it. It was like $1,200, and yeah, I had to save up for that one. I've been saving up for a while. Yeah, that's kind of a lot of money. Yeah, but here's the thing: I've never been. I'm probably never going to go again. And I said, you know what? If I'm going to go, I'm going to get the best package that they have to offer. If I'm only going to do it once. And here's the thing about Space Fest. I get to meet people that walked on the goddamn fucking moon. Yesterday was the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. And I'm going to get to actually have dinner with dudes that walked on the fucking moon. How cool is that? How cool is that? For anybody that's new to my channel, I'm into that. I kind of like to geek out, right? A little bit. I know a lot about that kind of stuff, space and space travel, and I've met astronauts. I've got all kinds of autographs. I just really groove on that shit, man. I love that stuff. So I'm gonna meet. There's gonna be 2 moonwalkers there. Charlie Duke, who was on Apollo 16, and Dave Scott, who was on 15. You know, this tarot deck, look at this, guys. I'm trying to get the card to come out, and it's just, the cards are just so slick. I'm not up here just blabbing. I'm trying to get the fucking card to come out, and it's being very stubborn right now. There it is. Anyway, I get to do that next month. I am pretty stoked about that. I've never met anybody that walked on the moon, although I've met people who have flown the space shuttle, which is still really cool, you know, but... And by the way, I will go toe-to-toe with any dimwit who says we didn't go to the moon. The whole conspiracy theory about us not going to the moon is so easy to disprove. It's the flimsiest conspiracy theory I've ever encountered in my life. But 9/11 was an inside job. It was a controlled demolition. The government always does shit like that. You know, they sponsor terrorist organizations. It's been admitted, fully admitted, that the government started Al-Qaeda, like all the terrorist groups in the Middle East, was all started by the CIA. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's actually admitted. So, you want to talk about some fucking conspiracy theory shit? You want to talk about the Illuminati? You want to talk about aliens? We'll talk. we'll talk, guys. I've got no problem talking about that kind of stuff. I really just think that the whole moon landing conspiracy theory was an attempt by the establishment to discredit serious people who have blown the whistle on things like 9/11. Because we did go to the moon, they take the whole moon landing conspiracy theory and throw that in everybody's face and go, see, it's those crazy conspiracy theorists again. And these are the same people that think that the World Trade Center was a controlled demolition, and they're all fucking crazy, and they group everybody together in one group. When actually what happened is we did go to the moon, and 9/11 was an inside job. They just want to say that all the 9/11 truth people are fucking crazy, so they group us in with moon landing conspiracy theorists. So if you don't think we went to the moon, you're not helping. By the way, Google Operation Northwoods. That's when they wanted to bomb Cuba, and they finally used it to try to sink a U.S. naval destroyer. True story. Actually happened. It's been fully declassified. I could go on and on and on about how crooked the government is, and not just our government, but all governments. And please don't leave any comments about Trump. I'm going to delete all of them if my comments here spark any heated political debate. Don't leave any comments about Hillary or Obama or anybody. Please, no political comments. I'm definitely going off on a tangent. If you leave political comments, I'm going to delete them. I'm totally going off on a tangent today, okay? What I really wanted to talk about was the moon landing. I just wanted to point that out. You know, if you want to leave some comment about, oh gosh, the moon landing, that never happened, you and I need to talk, dude. Because what I found with every single person who's ever said we didn't go to the moon is they have all these ideas, all these theories about how we didn't go to the moon. And then when I go, okay, how did the computer work? Oh, the computer, there's no way it was powerful enough to navigate the astronauts to the moon. There's no way it worked. Okay, how did it work? Oh, we couldn't have gone through the Van Allen radiation belt. Why? Oh, it's just too much radiation. Okay, how much radiation was there? Give me a number. Well, I don't know. It was just a lot. Okay, it was just a lot of radiation, and everybody knows that we couldn't have done that. Really, how much radiation was it? Give me a number. How did the Apollo systems work? And you find out that they've never actually bothered to look and see how things did work. They just see some conspiracy theory and they go, oh yeah, see? Like the stupid shadows on the moon. They go, oh yeah, the shadows, they don't run parallel. That proves that they did it on a studio. No, if they did run parallel, that would prove that they shot it in a studio. And you can prove that yourself with 2 pencils and a flashlight. It's like the most basic kindergarten level sophomoric bullshit. The whole moon landing conspiracy theory. All of it. All of it. Now, if you want to talk about a real conspiracy that's easy to prove, we can talk about the World Trade Center. We can talk about the World Trade Center. It was obviously a controlled demolition. Easy to prove. Easy to prove. Anyway, I'm going off on a big tangent. Everything I'm talking about has nothing to do with twin flames whatsoever. Anyway, guys, I'm going to Space Fest next month. I can't wait. I'm very, very excited. I've never spent that much money on any one thing in my whole life. Other than maybe like I bought a car once, right? I've been driving the same goddamn car for 18 years. I've had the same car for 18 years. Seriously. You know what? I'm a broke ass. You guys should buy a reading from me. Or make a donation or something. Oh my God. Go to my website, twinflameallstar.com, if you would like to purchase a reading from me or the Introduction to the Journey package so that you can be with your twin flame. You can get your twin flame like I did. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Oh my God, it takes forever to draw a fucking card. That's why I don't use this deck that much, because they don't come out very smoothly. It's like the cards are greased or something. God damn. All right, finally. Here we go. Divine Feminine. At the bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords in reverse. So this week, I think you're going to be a little bit prone to getting attached to Divine Masculine. Be very, very careful not to do that. Monitor your thoughts, monitor your intentions, and be very clear about what you want from your spiritual ascension. And it's not Divine Masculine. Yes, that would be a nice bonus, but as you have seen me say on this channel again and again and again, you got to detach. You got to let go of the physical person. That's the only way that you can really manifest with them. And focus on your ascension. Focus on your soul. That's how you get them anyway. You have to be clear about your intention. You have to be clear about it. Now, coming into the week, this is really great energy. The Nine of Wands. Divine Feminine, Nine of Wands. So the work that you've done up to this point, you're committed to not going backwards, and that's great. That's really, really good news. How do you feel towards your situation in life? Recent past, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, both in the reverse, both Ace cards. These are coming out in the reverse because this is a highly interpersonal energy. It's something within you. It's not something that's being given to you from the outside. These are internal shifts. And two ace cards. Two ace cards. I think this is confirmation from the universe that you're doing it right. Okay, this is a spiritual journey. It's gonna be internalized. That's why they're coming out in the reverse like that. And they're both ace cards. So again, you're doing it right. Whatever you're doing, Divine Feminine, it's working. But my Divine Masculine isn't coming to be with me. That's not the point. Also, you got to wait for more than 5 minutes. Well, I've been waiting for 4 years. So what? And wait a minute. Look at what you just said. You've been waiting for 4 years? Really? Have you now? Why are you waiting on your Divine Masculine? Well, that's not what I meant. Well, that's what you meant. That's what you said. You've been sitting around waiting for it, waiting to figure out when is the guy going to come to be with me, waiting for your Divine Masculine. Now, if you haven't, good for you. I'm just spouting off here, right? Don't sit around waiting for your Divine Masculine. And that basically is for the people who are going to leave comments like, well, I've been on this journey for 4 years. No, you haven't. You haven't even started the journey. You've been sitting around waiting for this person to come to you. You got to let them go and move on, move forward with your ascension. Your ascension, that's the purpose. That's the purpose, not the person. Look at this. The Hanged Man next to the Queen of Pentacles. How do we feel towards Divine Masculine? Taking a pause. Taking a pause. A lot of you are stepping back in this retrograde energy and focusing on yourself. This week, I think there may be a slight bump in the road. You may be inclined to try to take a dip back into his energy. Seven of Swords coming out at the center of the reading. Kind of go back into those old patterns of expectation. Why isn't this working? And just be careful not to do that. Be very, very clear that the purpose of what you're doing here is your ascension, nothing else. And if he's not coming to be with me, if he's being a brat, if he's stalking on me, being a creep, and not making real offers, I don't care. I don't need him to do anything. I'm good. And be good. Be good. Don't care what he does or says. Who cares? Who cares? Don't care about that. Don't care about that. I think this week is just going to come in to test you out. To test you out. You may be faced with the subtle and hidden levels of attachment that you do still have towards your beautiful and lovely Divine Masculine. Look at this. 3 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Swords towards your situation this week. I think there may be a lot of people exiting your life, friends, possibly family. This is extremely common on the twin flame journey, and maybe that's what triggers you. That may be what brings out some of the old patterns, some of these old relationships, friends, and whatnot, making their exit, leaving you behind, and it may leave you feel heartbroken. This is normal. Don't freak out if that happens. It happened to me. I had this whole big group of friends that I don't even talk to anymore. And they just kind of vibrated out of my life. Like there was no hard feelings. There was no conversation had. There was no goodbye given. I didn't intentionally ignore them. We just kind of stopped talking. They just kind of vibrated out of my life. And it's because I'm ascended. I'm awakened. My consciousness level is way higher than theirs. One of them actually recently tried reaching out to me, and we went out and had a beer, and I just couldn't, guys. I just couldn't. And all he wanted to talk about was other people. That's all he wanted to talk about. And, bless his soul, bless his heart, beautiful, amazing person. I'm just kind of up here. And I left the door open. I guess if he wants to ever hang out again, I'm cool with that, but I don't think he will. People like that just vibrate out, guys. It's normal. It's fine. You may be left being by yourself for a while. Embrace being by yourself. New connections will come. Towards your divine masculine, temperance, next to the 7 of Cups in reverse. So this is the instructions from the universe to you. Don't go back on your 9 of Wands energy. Don't give up. Don't fall back into those old patterns, those old cycles. Stay strong. Stay strong. Don't succumb to the ego, to the conditioning that tells you that you need somebody to validate you, friends, or your twin flame, or family, or whatever it is. If someone's shitty to you, just let them. Just let them, and don't judge. Don't judge. It's not good or bad what other people do. You don't have to let people walk all over you, but what they say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Just walk away, guys. Have that temperance. Don't be confused about all the quick changes that are taking place in your life. And there's a lot of them taking place in your life right now. Many of you write me and say, gosh, it's only been a year. I can't believe how quickly things have evolved already. And it's only been a year. It's only been a year. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where is it? I felt that motherfucker. Yeah, there it is. Oh, what was I just talking about? What was I just talking about? Empathy. Be the bigger person. Be compassionate towards people that seem to judge you. Be compassionate towards old patterns and old connections that you have that no longer serve you. And be compassionate towards divine masculine. Don't get mad. Don't blame him for your feelings. Own your feelings. Nobody can make you feel anything. Nobody can. This week is going to be prone to test you. You may feel some of those old patterns of attachment come up. Just look at them and release them. That's all you have to do. Don't judge them. There's nothing that you have to figure out about it either. The shadow side. The shadow side. And this card came out, I believe this one is basically the equivalent of the devil. It's coming out in the reverse, okay? Because, like I said, this week is a test. This week is a test. Your empathy is going to be tested. Your temperance is going to be tested. And I think you're going to sail right through it. This is a good week to purge those levels of attachment. So make use of the 1,478 different retrogrades that are taking place right now. Page of Cups in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. Both page cards, divine feminine towards your situation. In the reverse, you're going to see the value that old connections falling away has for you this week. I think releasing expectations that life has to deliver any one or two things to you is what this week is all about. And with your twin, with your family, with your job, with abundance. Letting go of those outcomes, not really having the necessity for things to go any one certain way, having a desire and even working towards that desire, and that's fine, but at the same time, standing on the fulcrum of true manifestation and true creative power and letting go, releasing outcomes. And I've discussed this in some of my other videos. It comes out in pieces, and I think it's confusing to people. I need to make a video about it at some point in the future. Kurt, you're telling us not to look at you and your twin as separate and to embrace that you are union, and then you're telling me that I got to let them go. Yeah, you got to do both. You got to do both. You're not separate from anything. You're not separate from anything. You can have desires and let go of the outcome, and you have to stand in that void. You have to stand in that vacuum. Now look at this. The 5 of Swords next to the 4 of Wands in reverse. So with your twin, my suggestion to you would be maybe to just not communicate this week. If you do, you'll look okay. You'll look good. No, I'm saying that wrong. It's the opposite. You'll be the winner of, if you guys have a disagreement, you'll be the victor, okay? But you might look a little bit like an ass. There's just kind of that petulant energy there, but it's strange because it's mixed with the 4 of Wands in reverse. So I feel like maybe I don't know, if he reaches out and he's being a dick, just react with empathy. React with empathy. His perception of you, I think, will be the wrong perception, I think is what it is. What you're doing is fine. If he reaches out to you, if you're not in contact with him, or at least not regular contact, don't just reach out. My best advice as a coach is maybe don't talk to your twin. Don't reach out. If you guys start talking, he may perceive what you're doing as being negative, but it's not. I think it's just a matter of perception, and that's all. And that's his bad. That's his problem. You don't have to prove anything to him. Just let it go. Kind of an interesting week full of opportunities for you to show the universe who you really are. And what are you? Pure love. Happy Sunday, guys. Mwah! I will see you next time. Have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.